Hey everybody, Brent Florica here, and welcome back to another episode of Sketchbook B. In this episode, I'm going to be running through a speed paint of a recent commission piece that I did. Kind of a cool side note, this is one of the last houses that I drafted when I was still working in Saskatchewan, so it's just about 4 years later, so it's cool to see it finally come to fruition because this was a pretty interesting house as far as design goes. I wanted to show this one on the channel in particular because I got the chance to mess with a lot of things in Clip Studio Paint that I wouldn't normally try, I would say. To explain why I went this route, basically when I typically do these house illustrations, I have done them with my Copic markers and my Micron pens and stuff, meaning traditionally created, and that's fine, and I like those, but I've been wanting to improve my digital art abilities, get a better sense of how to use Clip Studio Paint to its fullest potential, that kind of thing. And there's just so many cool things about Clip Studio that I've been discovering, and it's just such a robust program. There's all kinds of things to unlock, so I wanted to do some of these full digital to see. I tried one a little while ago. I'll just show the image here of how it turned out. It's fine, it was okay, but I wasn't completely happy with how it went. There were aspects of it that just came across as kind of amateurish and not very polished. I wasn't super happy with it, and I wanted this time around to really try and lock in on those aspects of it that I felt were subpar and try and make those better. And so I took a little bit of a different approach. I am using the line tool, and I had it set very thin, and I was using that to draw more accurately where these like shadows are going to be, but I left it all in the flat stage, and then I went back with the lasso tool set to not just kind of the free form lasso, but the straight line version of it, of the selection tool, I guess it's called. And I use that to highlight certain areas and then go with like a soft round brush to apply shadow to it, and it made it a lot easier to achieve sort of accurate shadows, and it was a very nice process to work through it that way. I enjoyed that a lot. With this one, I tried some new things. You can see here, I started off with the kind of classic midday blue sky that I normally do, but for a long time, I've really wanted to try like a sunset sky, a really intense colored sunset sky, because I always thought that was like a really pretty lighting situation. And I wanted to try and play with the overall sort of color grading of the piece to tie in with that sky color and everything. So this felt like the time to give that a go. I thought, all right, well, let's do this. We're going to try it. And I came up with like a sky gradient that I was really happy with, that you can see here. Loved it. I applied that gradient to the windows as well, so that they had that same sort of reflection going on. And I was really tickled with it, and it came together really well. I added the red trees, going for sort of a fall time situation here, and I even tried out some new techniques to create trees. I think the last time I used just one of the brushes that came with Clip Studio Paint that had sort of leaves as part of it, and that worked fine, but it still came out a little cartoony almost, like it didn't seem quite right. So I'm going for sort of a balance between realism and stylization. I wanted something that had the illusion of detail without actually being that detailed, so I started by using this like rough brush to kind of block out the colors, and then I used, set to a much smaller size, a sort of spray dot brush that created those, just the peripheral illusion of leaves, and I thought that worked really effectively for this piece. Beyond that, it was just trying to be much more precise with my shading, and using that line tool was very helpful, and then using textures where appropriate, like on the driveway or in the grass. I thought having that scale sort of correct for the grass really helped, and using a grass brush from Clip Studio Paint really helped to speed up the process as well. Normally grass takes like a while to do. So this was just a lot of fun. There were some details in it. I tried to be more conscientious of how to do the clouds, and I looked at some reference for how those should look in a sunset sky setting with the lighting kind of from underneath, and just a lot of interesting things came together on this one. I color graded everything a little bit yellow, put a yellow overlay with the opacity dropped kind of way down to tie everything together with that sort of slightly yellow hue, that golden hour lighting scenario, which I thought was really effective and kind of tied everything color-wise together. So this one was just a ton of fun. I really enjoyed the very specific challenges this one presented, like this front railing, for example, or just the tile detailing that's going on there, the windows, all of these things. And I feel like it came together really well. But I was excited about this one, so I wanted to share it. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed this piece. I tried some new things. Hopefully you thought it was successful. I think it was successful. And I've got some fun things coming down the pipe for the future that I'm excited to share. Hope you enjoy that when the time comes. And until then, take care.